Well, interesting news broke last night while we were on the live stream about the absolute clown show that Nottingham's Governance and Ethics Committee had become. That another one has bit the dust. Yes, looks like another Reform councillor has resigned. This isn't a county councillor, it's a believe town councillor, I think. So another, expensive by-election. So, this is going to cost some money. And bear in mind, councils do have these eventualities, baked into some of their budgets. Things happen, by-elections happen, but you have had like a stream of councillors quit. Like, generally, I think it was because they had been told. In fact, we know they've been told because a couple have come out saying this. They were told that, oh yeah, if you go for this position, there'll be just no work at all. You just show up, show your face at some meetings, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Again, not so. Not so. Some of these positions on these councils are quite important. Being a councillor is actually a lot of work. Can be very rewarding work if you actually apply yourself to the role. But it is very, very clear a lot of these Reform people are not applying themselves. They are not applying themselves whatsoever. So in the latest Reform shenanigans here, you've had a Reform councillor step down because he wants his wife to be able to enter the local flower show. I mean, why even stand to be a councillor? And it's not like they knew this wasn't coming. Apparently, as you'll see in a moment, they enter every year. So before we get on into this, please do remember to click on, of course, the like and share button, and of course the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. Don't forget as well to ring the bell so you get notifications of when we go live or when we drop a new video as well. So thank you very much to all the people who help support the channel that way. And of course, down below, there's links to my Patreon page. There's the Buy Me Coffee link where you can go buy me coffee. There's the YouTube thank you button. And of course, as always, there's the YouTube membership button down below as well. So thank you very much to everyone who does help support the channel that way. So let's crack on then into this then, shall we? So Ferryhill Reform councillor stepped down over garden competition. So a local councillor has now stepped down so his wife can enter their town's garden competition. Say he would do anything for her happiness. I genuinely have to wonder, as we go on and we discover more stuff for this, he might not have even had to have stepped down. Which leads me to believe he's trying to use this as some sort of excuse. And it does seem that Reform are like really trying to milk this family angle. And the more they milk it, it's just then you have to ask the question, why on earth did this guy run to be a councillor in the first place? So to this, Tony Hewitt was a Reform councillor for Ferryhill Town Council in Durham, in County Durham, for a month. So for a month. But he then resigned when his wife's entry into the Ferryhill in Bloom contest was raised now as a possible conflict of interest. The town council should have at least 17 members, but currently only has 7, and Mr. Hewitt was just appointed unopposed when he stood for election earlier this year. The couple won, of course, the top prize for the front garden last year, and their back garden was second. Mr. Hewitt, who's said his wife Rita does most of the work, grew flowers from seeds in their greenhouse and then put hundreds of hours of work into their displays. He said the greenhouse is chock-a-block in the spring. Come the autumn time, she takes the seeds from all the flowers and puts them in envelopes for next year. On his decision to step down, he said, "I'm prepared to do anything if it's beneficial for her happiness." Um, why on earth? Why on earth did you even run? Why did you run as a town councillor? Anyway, she was very much pushing for me to stay on the council and would even forfeit the garden competition. But I knew in my heart of hearts she wanted to go in. God, this to me sounds like the ultimate excuse of I stood for election, realized how much work it was, seen how much flack other people have gotten for standing down. So now he's gone, I know, I'll just blame the wife. Yeah, she wanted to went to a gardening competition. Anyway, he said she worked so hard in it all, she looks now for a bit of at least recognition. So all she looks for is at least a bit of recognition. People walk into the garden and say, wow, she likes that. Someone has appreciated all her hard work. Mr. Hewitt, who is disabled, was very disappointed her husband could not stay on the town council. She said, it's all been blown out of proportion. It's a little village gardening competition. I have to sit on the floor to garden, but it keeps me active. And now they talk a bit in a moment about a bit of this competition because it generally looks like he might not have had to stand down. Yes, they could enter, but as you'll see in a moment, did they really have to stand down for the reasons they are saying? So, he would have, of course, been a very brilliant councillor, and of course, I'm very upset he's had to give it up. Mr. Hewitt is, of course, is said to have understood that a councillor entering a competition run by the town council could be seen as a conflict of interest, although the judging was done independently. So, although this was a competition run by the town council, it was done independently. And as it says here, the couple even offered to forfeit any prize, a voucher for a garden centre, and to give it to the mayor's charity, but was turned down. So, yeah, that honestly is why did you even bother entering? Not even like the flower contest. Why did you even bother running for the town councillor? Did he not think maybe this was going to be a conflict of interest in the first place? And if the judging is done independently, well, again, his wife might be, the wife of a town councillor. If the judging is done independently, as long as that is taken into consideration by the people doing the judging independently, that should be fine. But yeah, no, this is yet another case, I think, of someone for reform realizing just how much work they were taking on and wanting to find a way to jump ship without taking all the flack for it. So, oh yeah, did it for the wife. Did it for the wife. It's even worse because this doesn't have the Reform UK statement where it just absolutely puts on all the butter on this, trying to say, oh my God, this guy is such a dedicated family man. God, look at how dedicated he is. If only we had more people like this, God, the UK would be a better place. You're just like, if only we had more people, I think, that were dedicated to actually, maybe being town councillors and, actually, doing the job they ran for. I think the UK would be a far better place if that was more the case. But as always, let me know what you think down below about this. Do you think this has been blown out of proportion? Do you think it was just an excuse to, a very crafted excuse to try and blame the wife? Oh well, that's why I had to stand down. And of course, as always, thank you very much for watching. And of course, happy Yorkshire Day to everyone. So, as always, we'll see you all next time.